Okay, let's try this again. My deepest apologies for yesterday. The audio just went haywire, and I think I got it figured out. Can't use that looping music in the background. I got my TV on in the other room. Let me just turn down the volume. Just went haywire, and I think I got it figured out. Can't use that looping music in the background. There we go. I heard myself talking in the other room. That's not good. All right. Well, at least it's working. And well, being that you're here, if if you are a subscriber, you will be able to comment in the chat window. I set it for subscribers only. Uh, just because I don't need people getting weird. But yeah, subscribe and you'll be sure to get into the chat. I just also want to thank you right out of the gate for Nancy for being so generous with her member gifts yesterday. A few members picked them up and now have access to my cloud. I hope they like my patterns. And there'll be more as time goes by. But yeah, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the Santa post again. And I don't have the snowflakes. They're in the window here, but I'm not going to put them on either. I don't think. So let's leave that off. And we'll get right to it. I'm gonna try to keep it quicker. It was over 2 hours yesterday, so I'm gonna be a little quicker with this. All right. The question I asked: if Santa brought you stained glass gifts this year, share on the post. Well, many did. The post, and I'm using the Facebook app too, so I think that's going to work better. It's a cleaner interface. It doesn't have all the stuff going on, but it seems to work better. And anyway, we're going to give it a shot. All right, Michelle jumped in yesterday with Santa brought her some canvases this year, and she's going to go into painting. It looks like. Well, good luck. There's a lot of comparison, with the using color and stuff in painting and stained glass. There's a lot of similarities. So, yeah, good luck, Michelle, and I hope you had a nice holiday and a happy New Year. Yeah, my video disaster. I didn't know it was happening until I looked at the recording, and So anyway, Terry had a bad cold, and Santa came with cash. Well, nothing wrong with cash, Santa. I hope you buy some nice things. Still have that chest cold, but we're good. Yeah, Lauren, that's always fun. Yes, it is, Lauren. Yeah, cash is king, they say, right? And let's see. I'm gonna go back to so I could see the chat. Yeah, we're chatting. We're live now, Nancy. You should be able to see it. And oh, welcome. I set you as moderator. If you see any funny stuff, I'm not looking at the chat all the time. So if you see anything that's weird, take care of it. You got full control of the chat. And I haven't had a problem yet, but you never know. All right. Tracy has wonderful sons that bought her a Taurus 3 ring saw. Yeah, you're going to see my notifications pop up. It's still on Facebook. So you'll see people trying to, comment and this and that. But in any event, yeah, Tracy, that must have been great. Taurus ring saw. A lot of people love them. Yeah, it's a great saw. It gets you through all those really tough cuts. And I hope you had a great holiday with your family and your sons, your wonderful sons. And have a happy New Year. That's just me doing a live one. Mom gave me $100 for a local glass store. Good going, Mom. $100 is still $100. You could get quite a bit. And well, I hope you had a great holiday and a happy New Year. All right. So I hope my audio is working good. I see now. Okay. Yeah, I went to YouTube on my TV and I just searched for myself. I never watched myself, but I said, oh, there it is. And then I clicked it on just to make sure that it was working. And it is. I had to mute the TV because I was hearing myself from the other room. You know, a slight delay. All right. Oh yeah, this from yesterday. Eli got a month's subscription. Tongue tie. Subscription to 8 pieces of glass a month. I really want to see what that's all about. That sounds really interesting. I mean, it's like the potpourri. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. You know, that really sounds interesting. I hope you had a great Christmas holiday and glass of the month club. It's crazy. I like to see where that goes. And thanks for sharing. And Happy New Year. And Savannah, yeah, she got the starter supply kit from her grandparents. And I was mentioning yesterday how pretty her setup is. And, you know, the cute dog, he's already got a spot. You know, he's going to be lounging out, and there'll be biscuits there. And just make sure the little paws don't get, you know, the glass and all that, whatever. But yeah, it looks great, Savannah. You're on your way to, you know, really good things with that. You know, it's a small setup. You could do little sun catches, but you could do a lot right there with what you have. And Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Let's see, let's change it back here. I'm seeing this. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, there we go. Actually, I have the YouTube window open. I could see it. But it's on mute, so not going to do that again. All right. Let's see. All right. Next, we got Donna. Santa. By Santa, you mean me. Well, Santa does that. Yeah, Donna saved her pennies and ordered enough for the spring. Glass soda. I did go a little overboard. Yeah, you know what? Anyone who has any cash left after Christmas, you're the Grinch. Yeah, I hope you had a great holiday. Let's see, Donna. See the replies here. Nice job. Yeah, nice job. Mary said, on a whole year to do it, living on an island, on an island. I used to live on an island for 40 years. Long Island. Let's see. All right, Beetle Bits. Yeah, Steve. Steve got the Beetle Bits from Mongoose. I didn't know Mongoose was giving gifts this year. Just kidding. He got the Beetle Bits system. I've heard a lot of nice things about that, Steve. I'm sure you're gonna like it. It's a time saver, especially if you're doing, you know, strip cuts and, you know, very repetitive angle cuts. And yeah, Mongoose, he's my brother. You know, it's a love-hate thing. You know, I think I love him more than I hate him, but he's a good stained glass person. He knows his stuff, and he's really fair with the public. And you know, I'm sure you're aware of that. Let's see, Nancy. Yeah, Nancy made, yeah, she was Santa. She made this beautiful piece. I was talking about how the look, this is, it is, you know, you could say it's Art Nouveau. You know, I like to say this is very similar to Alphonse Mucha, the style, and also Edwardian, which is very common in the 20s and 30s and throughout Europe. And it's a nice look. You did a great job, Nancy. I'm sure that the recipient is going to love it. Let's see what the reply. Love that pattern. Stranger Things. And Nancy, another Nancy? Is that the same Nancy? Yeah, Nancy. Oh, she also got dichroic doodads, diamonds and jewels. Yeah, they're actually pretty nice. The color that comes through dichroic. If anyone knows Steve, the dichroic glass man, you really got to check him out. He's on YouTube as well. He gifted me some dichroic bevels, you know, years ago, and I checked them out. I was really amazed with how it's done, and you know how he makes them. And yeah, there's other folks that do a lot of dichroic glass. And that Smolin glass, I've seen him on the Facebook group. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Nancy. And Patty did the gift box. Gift box. I'll tell you, I had a rough day. She did the tissue box with the you know, silver finish. You know, no patina. I'm sure she used the lead-free solder, and very good. A gift to the siblings. I'm sure they love it, Patty. And yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah, these boxes, they fit those tissue, you know, boxes of that size. My mom used to make them, and the wide ones too. Yeah, they're very pretty. Happy New Year. And Stained Glass Maiden. Now this one, I saw this yesterday. The Stained Glass Maiden, they have this waffle grid BeetleBit system set up on a light box, which is pretty interesting. If anybody else does that, you know, I mean, good for you. I never thought of using something like this, but I'm sure many have. I'm just not a light box person or, you know, a BeetleBits doodad person. This is more a gadget kind of thing, but it is a worthy gadget. I'm not putting it down. A lot of folks use the BeetleBit system, the Morton tables, you know, grid system, and light boxes. So, you know, good for you, Stained Glass Maiden. I know you're a page. We allow pages to, you know, use the Facebook group. And well, Merry Christmas to you. We'd like to see more of what you have, and I hope you have a very happy New Year. I go back to chat again. I have to every now and then peek in. I see you now. Yes, I'll do that. Yeah, I made you moderator, Nancy. So yeah, just say you see something wonky, you know, somebody going Baba Booey. You know, remember Howard Stern days, Baba Booey, Baba. Just I know you'll keep an eye on the place. And thanks. If you don't have to. But if you do, you know, if you do see something, because I'm not always in the chat. I'm in there now, but I have to follow the post in the group. All right. I could do it two ways. I could actually scroll and see the chat, because I didn't want to put the chat window in with the, you know, with the video, because it's hard to see. You could see the chat on the side of the video, or after the video has been recorded, there's a live chat review, replay. So but as I'm doing it, and the live chat is running along, it is available side by side on YouTube. All right, so we got Teresa. She's excited. She's so excited. She got a table foiler, some nice gloves, working gloves, and I'm trying to make this out. I think this, let's see, let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, Grinder's Mate, and then Glassworks, Dripless Glass. I'm not sure. I think that might be like a grinder cookie kind of thing. And a lead vise. And then the official cookie. My mother loved using her cookie. It really helps. You're grinding a lot, and you don't want to get your fingers or nails stuck in the grinder bit. And yeah, Merry Christmas, and thanks for sharing, Teresa. Hope you have a very happy New Year. And Terry gifted this. I saw this yesterday. What a really nice piece he made here. I'm going to zoom in. It's worthy of a zoom in. You did a really nice job. It almost looks like you made it out of lead. Actually, I'd swear that's lead. A 1/4-inch foil. Very nice, Terry. I'm sure your daughter Samantha, loves it, and your colors, the balance of colors are really amazing. You got a little bold with the center, but this works. That really works. So good job, and I hope you have a very happy New Year. And it is. How am I sounding, Nancy? I hope it's not sound like Darth Vader with gargling Darth Vader. No, I was a Klingon with Tourette's. That's not funny. Yeah, it was horrible. All right. Made these Christmas gifts. Yeah, Marlowe's made some really simple stars, but used the different clear textures and a little opalescent, mix it in. You could probably take anything and make these stars with them, and, bounce around color, and each one would be beautiful in their own way. And I hope the recipient, they loved them. You already said they loved them, but yeah, good going. And I hope you have a happy New Year too, Marlos. Thanks for sharing. I made this for my child. I was thinking about this one yesterday. I was saying, those look like, these little metal bases look like mirror clips or mirror hangers. I could be wrong, but it's very creative, well done on the wood base, and looks like My Doom, or I'm not sure what it says, but it looks like one of those betta fishes. Very nice with the three-dimensional look here, all on a stand. I think you did a really great job. And Rebecca, I'm sure your child loved it. And who wouldn't? And it's very pretty. Thanks for sharing. Let's see. I'm going to go into the chat again. Different. Okay. Different. Okay. It's different. All right. Now on to Sabrina Beal. Never touched stained glass a day of my life. Bought me the whole. Your boyfriend brought you the whole deal. Look at you. Yeah, see, this wasn't cheap. He went all out. Yeah, you're gonna, probably go on to for weeks or months, hopefully, with your new hobby. Yeah, you got a nice stack of glass there, and all the tools. You got the breakers, the runners, you got the iron stand, you got the iron, looks like a Hakko. Yeah, you're all set. He did good. He's you know, unless he bought it as a kit, it looks like he knows what he's doing. He's a keeper, Sabrina. Merry Christmas to you guys. And NOP. I don't know. No, I don't know what that stands for, but it could be nope. Oh, Heather knew it. All this glass. Yeah, everybody's getting jealous with this one, Heather. Look at all that glass. Look at you. I even see there's some expensive purple pinks in there. And up here. And make sure you just really anchor this thing to the wall really good. Get a ladder, get on top. Really anchor that into a stud or two. I'd go two. And then if you don't, put a backing on this to make sure it's not going to, kilter over. Or, it'd be like dominoes. It'd be horrible. It would not be a good thing. And, yeah, you got a lot of weight in there. So make sure it's anchored. As well, a good trick, if you have a stud finder, you can actually put the stud finder inside the box here, against the back, and go back and forth and find the stud. It'll find it through the wood, your racks here, through the back, and you'll be able to find that stud. You could take a nice big screw and actually screw right to your wall, right through the box, which would help a lot. I do that with cabinets and things. It's actually a really good way to anchor things, without measuring for studs and hoping you hit it. You just put the stud finder right inside and you find it that way. Yeah. Well, Merry Christmas, Heather, and thanks for sharing. Susan Lynch. Greatest thing to have your own space. Yeah. I guess they're commenting. Yeah, very specific. New soldering iron, copper foil, and black patina was in Santa's bag for Michelle. You never go wrong with a new soldering iron. And you can't have enough copper foil and black patina, so you did good. Happy stocking, Michelle. I hope you had a great holiday. And a Happy New Year. Cindy Murray. Yeah, guys, I'm repeating myself, and yes, I'm trying to be more inventive, but I'm okay. I just want to have something, when I missed out on people, they went through the effort to share the video share content, post, and yeah, I just need to correct that wrong. Anyway, here we are. We're back. All right, new sign. Cindy got a new Taurus 3 ring saw. Congratulations, Cindy. You must have loved that. Hope you were surprised if it was a surprise. And hey, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And Kimberly got a gift to a stained glass class. The classes are great. I remember in the beginning, it's like, classes, But what? I'll tell you, you get the, folks come in and, my mom used to give classes years and years ago, in which she became proficient at doing stained glass. And, you hear the ladies come in, and the guys will come too. They're all in the room cackling away and making their glass, and, it's like the environment was really thick of goodness. Everybody's happy. So, above learning stained glass, you're going to really love the environment. Hope you're in with a group of fun people to be around. And, yeah, Make sure you ask questions. I used to have run class. I didn't know. I hired an instructor because I was faced with people saying, I want to cut like you, and and I never, I showed them how, but to cut like me, it takes a good 3 years minimum to be really good at it, and I'd prefer them to push their cutter or do it the easy way. And by me cutting, they look at me cutting and it's like, but I want to cut like you. I said, well, try to explain. And honestly, I couldn't cut a glass cutter. I mean, I could, but I was like running off here, running off there. So I hired an instructor, which he was a good friend, AC, locally here. And I said, it's not that I get frustrated. I just said, I'll be here. I'll be in the background. But if you have any really big questions or folks want to, discuss more things with me, but I love the fact that he was more tuned in on the level, the hobbyist level with the people learning. I hope that made sense. And yeah, it was great because he loved the bantering and the friendliness. He's really outgoing guy, and I can't thank him enough. He's the one I gave a lot of solder and that cutter thing from Morton's cutter thing, Cutter Mate, and he's been a really good friend for many years, and yeah, and on the classes, what I used to do, I had my shop. I had a lot of benches. I had a couple of 16-foot benches and 3 or 4, maybe more. I had like 6 4 by 8 foot benches, and I had four of them stuck together as a big island in the middle of the studio, and they were empty all day. So I would tell people who took classes, you say, you know what, you want to work on your project tomorrow, I'll be here, but for insurance purposes, I had to charge them something, $1 to be there, to work at the table, because this way I'm covered. So yeah, it was a thing. I had to charge them. So I made it fair. I said, you get the whole bench all day, from 8 to 6, however long I'm there, all day, and free advice. If you get stuck, I'll help you out. And I would charge $10 for the whole day. And they would sit there and do their stained glass that they didn't have enough time to do in the class, or they would bring in different, other items. And they had full access to my glass racks, full access to me, tools. It was great. And I didn't mind. I had company, being there alone in the studio. I had people stop me, but it was great. And I made some really good friends that way. So, yeah, stained glass classes. I hope you have a very happy New Year, Kimberly, and enjoy your stained glass classes. All right, Pam, this isn't a gift. I got this from my mother. Made I remember yesterday talked about that with the nativity scene. Yeah, this is really pretty. This is what I like to call the simple beauty of. It's like you don't have to be ornate with stained glass for it to be beautiful. Abstract or Picasso style artwork works really good with stained glass. And using different mediums, you have like a I don't know, a decoupage or some kind of background. It really works well. I saw this. I thought it was a really nice job, and yeah, I would cherish it too. Your mom. I hope you had a great holiday, Pam, and have a happy New Year. And Robin, she got glass and a Cricut. I'm sure everybody knows what a Cricut is now. It's the plotter. I don't have one yet. I want to get one. I just want to see. I want to, take it apart and put it back together. That kind of deal. I do software, designing software for it, and I just want to, make sure everything works. People use my patterns, and maybe try cutting other material with it. All right. Well, yeah. Merry Christmas, new Cricut owner Robin, and I hope you have a great New Year. Brittany made this for her mom. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was. I see it's a rabbit, it's a bunny, and then this decorative material. It looks like it's, look what the ridge. It looks like it's some sort of pottery, or dishes or what have you. Or it could be glass with painted, very pretty painted work. But came out very nice, and with the decorative soldering, and you did wire work, very pretty. Yeah, lucky mom. Hope you had a great holiday, Brittany, and Happy New Year. Hey, believe it's 2026. Yeah, Susan got a tumbler from Dad. Making the beach glass. You could actually take that beach glass and you have to not beach glass, but stained glass, and then run it through, through a polishing wheel, and polish them up too. And it's something you can look at later. You get a felt wheel on a bench grinder spinning fast, and just polish up that glass, and be really pretty. And I hope you had a great holiday. And tell Dad, good job. And money. Oh, money too. Money, money, money. And hope you have a happy new year. And thank you for sharing. Wendy. Yeah, and these, look at these two cobalt. These things are, you could probably stand on these things. And she's got it. Oh, whoops, whoop. I didn't want to do that. Let's see. Alright, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. I clicked the wrong button. There, you see that? Yeah, I meant to click the other button. My apologies. Let's see. I'll get to it quick. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I clicked the wrong button. Yeah, look at that. All the tools are organized in such a way, and it keeps them off the bench. Let's see. There we go. That didn't work last time. I think I clicked that one. All right. Yeah, Wendy, good for you. And I hope you had a great holiday and a happy New Year. Let's see. And Anna Marie made some tree ornaments. Yeah, oh, I remember this from yesterday. Yeah, the simple tree ornaments. They're great. Little decorative soldering. It looks like Christmas balls, ornaments. Yeah, they work really well. You can make 1,000 of these, and each one will be different in its own way. Looks good, Anna. And if they were gifts, I'm sure the people who received them love them. I hope you had a great holiday. And a happy New Year. Let's see. Carly made, this, the honeycombs. I mean, I'll tell you, honeycombs are everywhere. I think the most popular pattern that I offer is that honeycomb spinner. And people love it, and you try to think, say, what is about bees? That are so alluring. I think it's the fact that they make these, honeycomb hives, with such precision, and just the appeal of how they look, all segmented together, and the colors. Honey itself is such a great natural you know, the ingredients in honey, that they're good for your health, and bees are great for the environment. They help other plants grow and vegetables, and it's said that without bees we wouldn't survive. So I think all of that, all of the above, plus the fact they could sting you, that would put the attraction on the bees. But yeah, good job, Carly. I'm sure it was a gift. I hope you have a happy new year. And Jackie got the cricket. The cricket, which one's a cricket 1 or 2 or 3? I don't know. But yeah, you're on your way to Plotter World. Making your own transfers and patterns, and good luck, Jackie. Hope you had a great holiday. And also Grinder. Well, Santa was good this year. Grinder with a cookie. Hope you had a great holiday, and have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll tell you, my mind is off somewhere else. Happy New Year, and happy Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoy the thing. And Kay, she got solder. I don't recognize this brand. Cap Alloy. I'm sure it works well. Yeah, let us know. Cap Alloy. Let me put a link to where it came from. Okay, and hope you had a very happy holiday and have a great new year. Alice says beautiful. And here's some more bees and honeycombs from Franco. It looks like it could have been a gift, or a giving gift, or received a gift. Either way, very nice. There's a delicate wings of this bee, and you have all the wire overlays. Good job. Looks like it's hung at a very secure location. It's not bad. You have your support throughout here. This is your support line. This may have been better, but I think this will be fine. As long as you have enough reinforcement along edges. But yeah, looks great. The bee looks real. I like it a lot. And Merry Christmas, Franco. Have a happy new year. Let me check on the chat and see. There you go, Nancy. Hello. Good afternoon. Oh, hi, Lynn. I'm just jumping in the chat to say hello. And you use a Cutter's Mate system, Lynn? Yeah. People do love it. You really can't say anything bad about it. It's like they're very inventive. I know the Morton, it's a Morton system, and someone else is, using the rights to it, making it now. I don't know the full story. But yeah, the people love their grids and their armatures and all that stuff. Even that new Hummingbird glass cutter by Creators, it's got a magnetic stand that pushes right into the grid. And you actually take the glass cutter and stand it right up, which is kind of neat. I saw that. If you know Creators brands, they make all the inventive tools for stained glass, and they make the Hummingbird glass cutter. Excuse me. And they have another one. I think it's a Bumblebee, or I'm not sure. I wish I was more tuned in. Let's see. We had Franco, Lynn, solder. Okay, Lynn's got a solder, Weller iron, black back foil, black patina, new General Needle plug, and our old time and surprise, because the previous mention were not a 250 gift certificate. You cleaned up, Lynn. check the bottom of your shoes. You stepped in something. Just kidding. I try not to be funny. I really do, because I'm not. It's very geeky of me. But yeah, you did good, Lynn. Santa took care of you. Merry Christmas, and hope you have a great New Year. And Dawn, we have much needed rolls of solder. Can't have enough solder, Dawn. And you probably just looking across the room at your stocking, you see that thing drooping onto the ground. Oh, there must be solder in there. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And Samantha was yesterday with the agate. Agate. I don't know if that looks like it's overlaid. Looks like this is on top. I could be wrong, but it looks like it. Looks like it's got some mount here. It's a very thin foil, but I think it's overlay. Or maybe it's just open. We're looking at open glass here. Either way, it's very pretty. And I mentioned yesterday that they make artificial agates that don't hold up well in UV light, the sun. So the real ones, they don't get, toned down or, lose their color. But you got to look out for the ones that are, the artificial ones. But I can't tell if it's artificial or not. I guess if I put it in the sun for a couple of weeks, no, it's just really good job, Samantha. I like that look. I like the color combinations, and you finished it off really nice. If it's a gift or you received a gift, either way, it's beautiful. And I hope you had a great holiday, Samantha, and a very happy and safe New Year. And Jamie got the silver schnitz. Everybody's getting the schnitties. My brother Guy, when they first came out, I guess early on, he said, I got my schnitties. I'm like, what are you talking about? He calls them schnitties. Yeah, and Guy is the super goofball. Yeah, he don't show it much, but he's a goofball. I guess all of us are at some stage. But, he calls them his schnitties. Jamie got schnitties, table foiler, solder, custom grip cutter, Dremel, and a Hobby Lobby. There you go. Nice gifts, Jamie. Hope you had a great holiday and a happy New Year. And I'm going to keep an eye on the time. I'm not going to go long again today. Not again. I'm going to try not to go long. But you guys are here. Just remember, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. That's my little shameless plug here. So if you're watching, hit the subscribe button. And how about a little snow? Now I'm showing my geeky skills. It got me in trouble yesterday with the music, but I'm getting on the pencil cutter. Creators, wonderful stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, they make, Lynn asked in the chat, they make the Hummingbird glass cutter. It's a tiny little thing. It's probably less than 4 inches long, and it holds in the, for people with small hands, it's great. It goes right in your palm, and I used it. It wasn't bad, but I felt like I was gonna, trip over it. It was a little small for my hands, but for women and younger folks, the smaller cutter, it's very ergonomic for the and helps them cut really well. And the wheel itself, it's really good. Creators, they built the cutters with really good cutting wheels in them. So you really don't need much pressure or effort to cut glass with it. And yeah, it's called the Hummingbird. It has a magnetic end, the tail end of it. It's got a magnet that sits in a stand that mounts to the Morton block system, or the Cutters Mate waffle grids. So I thought that was kind of neat. And it also has another one that goes in the Morton system. It's like a little dish. You put a couple of drops of cutting oil in it. So when you're using your Hummingbird, it doesn't have oil in the cutter. It's oil, no reservoir. So you got to dip it. So they give you a little reservoir, like a little dish that mounts in the waffle grid too. It keeps it from knocking over and losing it. I mean, you're going to be cutting on the waffle grid. It's right there. So the point is, the guys at gals at Creators Brand, Ryan is actually the owner now. It was run by his dad, who unfortunately passed. And Ryan's carrying the torch, and him and his crew, they've got such inventive minds, and yeah, check them out. They're on Facebook. I should put a link for it. I did a video on the Hummingbird. I actually gave it away. Nancy said it's kind of stubby looking. Yeah. Let's go back to the forum. Let's see. All right, we're on to Terry, who has the G, and I kind of thought I knew what it was. I'm not a football person. Not the Gators. It's the other one. It's in the reply. Go Pack, yeah. But he did that. I don't know if it was a gift or he received it, but very nice job. For folks who want to use team logos and all that, be sure to get or check that they have fan user rights before you even attempt to sell it in any way. Technically, you shouldn't even be using it, but as a gift, they may say, "Yeah, go ahead." But you always they have any big company or sports team has a public relations team or person that can say, "Yeah, it's a gift, please, or we have fan users rights, which allows you to do that. You just can't sell it or merchandise it." So just check on that, all right? That goes for any other logo or trademark or copyright image. We always ask for permission. It's really easy to do, and yeah, I cringe when I see people, put the green guy with the Grinch. Like, oh no, here we go again, and then folks start asking for a pattern. That's when I got to step in and shut it down. Because once you start, the part of trademark and copyright is you want to redistribute copyrighted stuff. And once you do that, once you step over that line in the sand, then it becomes infringement, which can hold the group responsible if we allow it. So, and I'm sure you could probably get in touch with these folks and say, "Yeah, I'm making it for a gift. Can I do it?" Well, don't share it in open forums. I don't know how they're going to handle it, but it's best just not to. I've heard people, instead of using the word like the Grinch or Snoopy, they say, "Oh, the cute dog that sleeps on his doghouse," or the green guy that stole Christmas. They kind of beat around the bush a little bit. But let's see. Oh, all right, Karen, you got a Taurus ring saw and a grinder. I'm over the moon. Well, you should be. That's two really nice gifts, Karen. I hope you had a great holiday. And if you're over the moon, let us know what the other side looks like, okay? The duck said, I better stop while I'm ahead. Well, I'm probably not ahead. Yeah, congratulations with your new saw and the grinder. And hope you had a great holiday and have a happy new year. And Cameron got a ton of solder. Yeah, that's a lot of solder. Yeah, 2,000 pounds of solder. Wow. I hope you got 5-pound rolls. No, just kidding. Yeah, good job, Cameron. Yeah, you'll never run out of solder. And if you want, you could put it in a nice sealed box or in baggies like freezer bags, just to protect it. Put a little desiccant in the bag just to keep the moisture level down. That solder will last you for years and years. So, congratulations on, well, congratulations. Happy, happy New Year. And I'm in a brain fog. I don't know what it is. I didn't sleep much, maybe 5 hours, 4 hours. But here I am. And Petra got a new soldering iron and Silberschnitz running pliers. Good for you, Petra. I hope you had a great holiday. And like everybody else, I wish you a very happy New Year. And I'm guessing you got the Hakko iron. That seems to be the crowd favorite. And Tina got a lazier cutter. Well, I don't know if that's lazier like you lazy, it's a brand name, or if it's you meant to say laser cutter. But whatever, you got a cutter. I hope you had a great holiday, Tina, and have a happy New Year. And how does that happen? I guess Tina, and another Tina spelled different. How does that happen? Cut, grind, foil. Oh yeah, she got the shirt. I was saying yesterday, you show up in a glass shop with this on, or they'll give you a tour of the shop. So if you show up in a class with that on, in public, people know exactly what you're talking about. It's very cute. It's a great attire, for other glass folks. They'll love it. And I hope you had a Merry Christmas. And Emily, of course, got a tabletop boiler. This typos, but I know she meant tabletop boiler. But I'd say a tabletop boiler is a pretty good gift too. I have one of those Instapots. I made some cabbage stew last night with leftover smoked ham. Came out really good. I used the Instapot. I think I overcooked it a little bit because it's a pressure cooker. But yeah, I'm changing the subject. So Gary, get back on subject. All right. Merry Christmas, Emily. You're gonna love your tabletop boiler. I'm not picking on you. I just think boiler. I love to cook. Okay. And Linda, you made this for Christmas gifts. Okay, she's down here. She made the honeycomb and bees. Very nice, Linda. I'm sure the folks that got these as gifts love them as much as you love making them. And hope you had a very nice holiday and a happy New Year. I hope my audio still sounds fine. Let's see. Do you have t-shirts? Oh, I'm back in the chat, Nancy. Well, yeah, but nothing with stained glass on them. Just kidding. Yeah, in my Amazon store, I have some pretty cool shirts. I don't like to really plug it in videos, but you can run to my Amazon store. It's in the descriptions below the video, and you'll see that there's a whole section on t-shirts and tools and all that stuff. Thank you, Nancy. I was going to sit here until you said, yeah, you sound good, but you sound stuffed up, which I am. I think it was that music I was playing, which honestly, when I started listening to the replay, I was like, it's getting a little annoying. So maybe I just won't do that again. So I think being that it was looping the audio over and over, it was really grabbing a lot of resources from the software. And that's my guess. I'm sticking with it because it was audio related. So no music. I do have the snow. I put that on every now and then. See, it's starting to snow out. It was kind of neat. All right, thanks, Nancy. I'm jumping back in. Let's see, Katie. I give a lot of classes. Oh, you're an instructor. Good. We need instructors, Katie. And my husband has helped me set up and tear down more than he cares to count. Oh yeah, I mentioned yesterday. Your husband loved every minute of it. Trust me, I've been there, done that. You know, he's got a hand in your pleasurable skills and crafts. He's all in. So, and he made this. Let's see, it was the 3D printed. Yeah, I remember yesterday. That's pretty neat. And you know, organize your tools like that. I mean, hey, I think it's great. If you use a tool and put it back, you'll never lose it, right? That's the name of the game. And they're molded to fit what you're using. Very good. Very crafty of your husband to do that, even for a Sharpie. Yeah, I love it. I hope you had a great holiday, Katie, and Happy New Year. Linda has a swan. See? No, that's not a swan. That's a flamingo. Sorry, flamingo. I'm not myself. And it's not drugs. Every now and then I get a little sleep deprivation and I start going down through Goof Alley in a crazy train. I don't know why. But yeah, very nice. And you also did a koi fish. Very pretty. Yeah, little hinge areas, but like I said yesterday, you know, I'm always going to point stuff out. Always looks like you attempted to put a little extra solder here. That's good. You want to build this area up here with enough solder so this piece becomes a lot more stable, as well as put a little more solder on the top of the edge, and that goes for the bottom as well. And not forgetting the other fin here. See here, you have more of a chance of a break off because it's not attached to a line area as this is. You know, this has got a little more integrity here. This being it's a little high, you're on the verge of making it somewhat weak, as well as down here. In that case, you know, it may be best to take a 20 gauge or 18 gauge wire and just surround the whole piece with it. But it came out really nice, Linda. I hope you had a great holiday. And have a happy new year. And Loretta got a leather apron, gloves, and a gift card to a local glass store. Yeah, leather, you're going to have that apron forever and ever. I can't imagine it wearing out. Good gifts. Nice gifts for a glass crafts person. I hope you had a great holiday, Loretta. And Willie Deal. And Willie made a tree with, see here, I love this because you use an opalescent textured green, this mint green, and then you use the wispy medium green, like a grass green. Then you use this is actually, it's wispy as well, but it's more translucent. It's a LLG from Wismac. I could tell by the granite. It's got streaks of blue in it. So this is definitely a wispy glass as well, but it's a LLG granite, that sense light, and the three together. That's what I'm getting at. It works really well because you have variegated opacities and color. I really, it has a lot of appeal to it. You did a good job, Willie. Merry Christmas. And thanks for sharing. And Kathy, she can't wait to try this. It's crystalline, microcrystalline wax polish with a tiger on it. I want to see what happens when you use that, Kathy. I know they have what is it, the chromium polish, and they have the fancy carnauba waxes and all of the above, and everything seems to do the job. But if you find something that really strips, I talk about copper patina a lot. Well, not a lot, but when I do, I'll mention that because I get frustrated. I always hear people talk about how to get a good copper patina finish, and it's always answered in the same way, which I just find it a bit frustrating. You know, folks always say you got to clean it well, and make sure you use don't use tap water, use distilled water. Make sure you use steel wool to buff it up and clean it really well, and then put the patina on, and then let it sit and then polish it, or just leave it on, whatever they say. And the truth is, that's not the right way to do it. The bottle tells you to do it that way, but the bottle's wrong. And I always say, I could not believe it myself. The first time I saw my brother, he said, "Gary, you got to look at this." I said, "What, Glenn? What's up?" It was, watch this copper patina. So he went and he had just soldered a piece, and he hit it up with the glass polish, the finishing compound, the clarity they call it, and he made it real shiny. I was like, all right, looks great. And then he went, he put it in one of those little meat trays, you get from the food store, and he brushed the cup, he put it on pretty good, rubbed that copper patina all around and swished it around and held it up, and I freaked out. I was like, what the heck? This thing's like the best copper patina. Not a smudge, perfect copper, it looked like a brand new penny. And all he did was rinse it off in tap water. You pat it dry with a paper towel, let it dry, and then buff it up with some pledge. This thing came out so beautiful. None of this, flux remover, none of the, you can wash your piece with Dawn or whatever. And the baking soda idea is really not a necessity as long as you wash it well. And then use the finishing compound. And you do all that before you patina it. And I'm not sure about black patina, never had an issue, but copper patina, you want to polish it first. And I say it a million times. I gave up. I said, you know what? Because it doesn't make sense. So you put glass wax on solder, how is the patina going to react with the solder? Well, I don't know. And it's confusing to me how it works. But it works. And it works really good. Really well. And this Renaissance, this wax polish would probably work really good after you solder, clean your piece really well, and you let it dry, and go ahead and hit it with this and buff it up really good with a polishing brush, and get it really shiny, maybe a microfiber cloth, and then go right to the copper patina. It'd probably be a great 1-2 punch, and once you patina it, nice and shiny. No rubbing it in, no letting it sit for an hour. Just take it, rinse it off. Just you want to get the loose patina off it, whatever. Let it dry. You can pat dry it with a paper towel, And this thing, it comes out so coppery, like a brand new penny. Like, no, a brand new penny looks like. That's the finish. And no blotches, no skips, no darks, nothing. And it's beautiful. So I thought about this. I was like, yeah, that probably would work the same way. So, Kathy, thanks for sharing. And I can't wait to see you try it too. And if you try it to prep your copper patina process, that would even intrigue me more. And I hope you had a great holiday, Kathy, and have a very happy new year. I wish you did. I got a grind over the summer. Oh, Santa. Yeah, Santa's busy, you know. He might have missed you. Did you have the lights on? Just kidding, Cherry. No, Santa, you know, he comes back in mysterious ways. Oh, just keep believing in him. I hope you had a great holiday, Cherry, and a great and safe Happy New Year. And Holly Linville. I got a glass coin. Yay! Good for you, Holly. I hope you use it and use it well. Grind away. You got this. I hope you had a great holiday, Holly. And Elaine made. Now this intrigued me because at first looking, I thought it's a scarecrow, and then I clicked on it. I said, wait a minute, that's not a scarecrow. That's a beetle bug of some sort. And I'm thinking it's a lunar moth because it's got the moon on it. Or it could be a beetle, a lunar beetle. But then I started looking. I said, wow, look at all that fancy decorative soldering. Yeah, little loops, and it's got the crystal hanging, and the copper patina. It's a little brassy looking, but it works. Actually, I don't mind, you know, copper patina getting a little smudgy. I'm not really particular about it super shiny, but yeah, this looks great. Has a nice appeal to it. Good job, Elaine. And if that was a gift, I'm sure they love it. I hope you had a great holiday. And Michael couldn't afford to get any pieces of glass. You know what? Maybe after a few weeks, you know, things go on sale. I think, you know, glass is going to come down in price. My honest opinion. And I could be wrong, but I really feel that once the glass becomes made, you know, more of it's made domestically, you're going to see those prices come down. Have a happy New Year, Michael. Mikal. It's Mikal. Amy made this for her mom. Yeah, I saw this yesterday, Amy. Beautiful, succulent job. You know, with the angles of your overlays are perfect. They're not too symmetrical, which that's what I like about this. And then the center embellishment piece, and the cactus with the basket. It's just really, the whole look really does. You know, it really looks nice. And good job. I'm sure your mom loves it. Excuse me. I should have taken cough medicine. Happy holidays, Amy. And have a happy new year. And Colleen got all new grinder bits. Can't go wrong with that, Colleen. I don't know if you got the easy bits or the old style with the screw in it, but new bits, you know you need a new bit when your glass starts getting all chipped up or it won't grind. You know, it's one of the two. There's the cheaper bits will you'll start losing the diamonds from it. Actually, the whole plating of the coated diamond material comes off, and it's not good. Uh, Merry Christmas, Colleen. And Karina, she did the Minnesota with the cross on it. This I still don't know what this glass is. I love to know. I mean, maybe it's just the way you have it lit up, but it's definitely a wispy variety, and this too. Uh, I don't know. I just don't know. But the colors I mentioned yesterday, the blue is like a Dresden blue variety, a medium gray type Dresden blue, and then this gold. It's very eye appealing, and the combination works really well. Uh, Nice gift. And then you replied with the red, white, and blue with the edging on the cross. Good job with this one as well. Reminded me of that English flag. I know there's a name for it. Anyone from England, they say, you don't know. Oh, wait, is that the skipjack? I think I'm right. I don't know. But something like that. I apologize to my European friends, English friends. I know there's a name for it. Austin Powers would know. But no, this doesn't have the lines going, into the corners. So, but yeah, it looks great. Hope you had a great holiday, Karina. And people are going to love those gifts. Cane vise and lots of glass. There you go. Get out the lead. Yeah, you need a vise, Sue, and lots of glass. You can't go wrong with that. I hope you make some beautiful pieces, and I hope you had a great holiday and a happy New Year. And Karen, she got the cane bender, and for folks who don't know, the cane bender with the wheels and the handle that you crank. That's a product made by Cascade Metals up in Canada. I believe it's Vancouver. It's Western Canada. And really nice folks. They make the Cascade leads and the metals and all kinds of things. And they've got a tremendous variety of lead cane. And they make the cane bender. So it's a great item. I have one, stuffed away somewhere. I can't find it right now. But yeah, you're going to love it, especially for zinc. They use the half-inch or 3/8 edging zinc. You could make some really nice circles with it. And Merry Christmas, Karen. And Susan Lynch. Gift cards for a stained glass shop and a ring saw. Good job, Santa. Yeah, gift cards, they really come in handy. And you already know your local glass shop. You know what you want already. And a ring saw. Good job. Merry Christmas. And have a happy New Year. And Kelly got a couple of succulent chicks. There you go. Those succulents, I thought it was kind of a fad at first, but they're not. They're gonna stick around for a while, because it's the 3D element that's very appealing to a lot of folks, and yeah, can make those succulents. Get going with it, Kelly. Hope you had a great holiday. Mike Remy. This is an old pattern. I recognize it from years gone by. Good job, Mike. It's a gift for a young child or baby. It's perfect. I hope you had a great holiday. And Happy New Year. And Karen got a cane bender too. Yeah, you go. Go, Karen, go. Your cane benders, you're going to have all your glass friends saying, you can bend me this, bend me that. So yeah, it's right over there. And, they're nice. If you can anchor them to your tabletop too. Gives you a lot more stability. Well, you don't have to. I put mine in a vise. You put the bench vise and you squeeze it gently and holds it well and just Stop bending up your stuff. And hope you had a great holiday, Karen, and Happy New Year. Hannah, since I don't have anyone who would understand what I need for this, I bought myself Christmas presents. First, proper Weller iron. Busy people are selling the rest of the glass for a discount. Oh, okay. You know what? Sometimes they say, here's some money, buy something you like. That may be the best route a lot of times. The thought was there. And they know, they don't want to have it where you got to return something. But I hope you had a great holiday, Hannah. And very safe and happy New Year. And Denise received 8 sheets from Franklin Glass. Oh, I missed the boat. I didn't know they're giving out sheets of glass. Just kidding. Yeah, Franklin, they're a retail glass company. Well stocked, nice folks. And they're amongst many of the older established glass retailers. And 8 sheets of glass. Good job, Denise. I hope you had a great holiday. And Happy New Year. Ashley, I saw this one yesterday too. Well, I saw them all yesterday. This intrigued me. Just the way I mentioned it yesterday. The way you did the photo of the air plant and the dragon. Beautiful colors, by the way. And then the whole, I use a fancy word, the ensemble of these elements in the photo that really make this photo of your stained glass work. We had a discussion about taking pictures of stained glass, or photos of stained glass. It's more than just the picture of the stained glass. It's how you present it. And this is perfect. I mean, this is catalog ready, Ashley. You did a great job. And nice stuff. Gifting or whatever. I hope you had a great holiday. And thanks for sharing. I really enjoyed looking at this photo. Your artistic skills went beyond the glass. Have a happy New Year. Gloria, David Nielsen, and I think I recognize the name, David Nielsen Band, and they're might be from Ireland, the Celtic Knot. I just don't know, but nice, very neat, well done. I apologize for my ignorance about. I've heard of the band, but I'm into country music. It's probably not something I listen to, but I've heard of it. I heard of Harry Nielsen. This is David Nelson. Anyway, Gloria, I hope you had a great holiday. Good luck and peace right here. Did a nice job. And Miranda Lee, I would say M. Miranda M. Not from Santa. Oh, this one. This is adorable. And her daughter, right? Let's see. Is that your daughter? 9-year-old. It could be their son. And they went and bought this glass with their own money. How adorable. 9-year-old. Like, look, Ma. They did good. They're probably more excited than you. You probably got all choked up. Saying, oh, that was so sweet. But I'm sure you're gonna pay it back, right? You make some nice stained glass for your kids. Your 9-year-old. This is very heartwarming to read this post. Thank you for sharing. Hope you had a good holiday. And when the kids get a little older, I'm sure they're gonna be picking up a glass cutter. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's see. Linda, Santa bought me a glass in rainbow of colors. Very lucky, happy girl. Yeah, there you go. Santa knows what he's doing. You gotta get all the colors of the rainbow. But, yeah, I hope you had a great holiday, Linda. And Copperfoil too. And so you got all of it. You're ready to go. Good for you. And have a happy new year. Shannon got beginner supplies. At least one small something done by the end of the night. Yeah, and we're all waiting. Come on, Shannon. Let's see, put them up. I'm teasing. You might have already. I haven't been on the group much of late. Looks like you got a hummingbird. Some other doodad thing here. I don't know. A grinder. Some other stuff. Yeah, you're ready to go. Just you know, you're gonna have many things to make. People are gonna say, hey, can you make this for me? Make that for me. It's gonna become an obsession at some point. You'll see. Good luck on your journey, your glass journey, Shannon, and I hope you had a great holiday. And look at Karen with her new apron. I love these. You know what? I think good chance I'll score this weekend. Yeah, you going bowling, huh? Just kidding. Yeah, those are cute. You show up in the class with the ladies, and they'll all get a good chuckle at it. You look like the type of person who likes to have that kind of, you know, camaraderie with your peers. I could tell. Very cute. Nice. It looks like it's well made too. I hope you had a great holiday, Karen, and thanks for sharing. Let's see. Jen, Glassy as Flux does incredible work. Yeah, I've heard of Glassy as Flux. And I guess that's from them. See, they did it right. They filled in this area that has a potential hinge issue. And this really strengthened up this cloud. As well as there's probably some sort of edging on here. So the integrity of this piece will hold up well. I could tell just by this added solder right here. I don't know if you could see my mouse. No, I don't think you can. But I got the Facebook app open. Yesterday I had my screenshot open, a desktop. But yeah, it's the corners between the cloud, inside corners, between the cloud and the horizontal section. Good job. Merry Christmas, Jen. Let's see. Got some Mongo's foil. Mongo, he's getting shamelessly plugged again in the video. Guy, you owe me one. You got some Mongo's foil. Everybody loves Mongo's foil, and rightfully so. It's the 1.5 mil. If you don't think it makes a difference, well, it does. The thicker foil over the 1.25 is night and day when it comes to the integrity of your stained glass. If you doubt me, just try it. Use the 1.5. You'll notice your piece is much more stable and stronger, and at times easy to work with. Yeah, even Daniel agrees. The foil, hands down, best to work with. Yeah, I'm not plugging for Guy or Mongo's. It is. The Venture is master foil, made by Venture. Not long ago, came in a 1.5 mil, and it was the only foil I would use. I look at the Edco, the 1.25 or the 1 mil Edco, though it's easy to put on and stuff. When you finish, the piece is weak. I couldn't, that was not an option for me. And even smaller sun catcher, it just was not an option. So, yeah, Mongo's foil. You say, they got it saying down here, in the South, for Piggly Wiggly supermarkets. I say, I'm sticking with the pig. Well, you should be sticking with the monkey. And he's on his way to being he's got a lot of notoriety in the glass supply world. And Daniel, thank you for sharing. Very nice design. I saw you actually used the real crackle glass. It's hand blown clear. It came in tones of colors too. But the real crackle antique. And this blue, I don't even know what that is. It looks like could be like that ice glass that Spectrum made at one time. It looks like you have it's like this rain or this texture, and the Baroque and other textures. Very well done. And Mongoose foil. It really does the trick. Oh, Merry Christmas, Daniel. And thanks for sharing. Kate. Kate made an adorable snowman. This thing, I looked at it, I want that for my tree. It's so simple. It's got a little wire, decorative wire on it, little painted face and buttons. But, I mean, the simplicity of this makes this piece. And I'm sincere when I say that. And, again, with the photo, with the tree and the lights, you did really well, a good job. You did really well in displaying your artwork. Thanks for sharing, Kate. I hope you had a great holiday. And Julie, she got the Hakko 601. HakkoUSA.com. It's new branded packaging, but I'm sure it's the same iron. People love their Hakkos. I'm just going to jump back and chat for a minute. Oh wait, Nancy knows who David Nelson is. Guitarist, vocalist that played at one time with Jerry. Oh really? Okay. Well, I should know that. That's my age. That's my David Nelson. Yeah, it could make sense. That's why it rang a bell, but I just didn't know what bell. I went to a Grateful Dead concert in the 80s. I think it was might have been in the late 70s, right around 1980. And what a concert. Jeez, it was crazy. I mean, nothing like a Grateful Dead concert. And Jerry Garcia. Union Jack. Oh, there you go. I knew it was something like that. See, I was wrong. Thanks. See, thanks, Lynn. Yeah, the Christmas cactus picture. Yeah, I'm reading the chats right now. And it's a beautiful picture. There's a lot of, I would say, creativity or artistry in just taking a photo of your stained glass. Whether it's, in the setting or, the other elements beyond your stained glass. And I appreciate seeing that. I was never a professional photographer, though I could have been. And I did a lot of black and white, photos back in the day. With the old cameras in New York City. You get the dark alleys and the architecture. I was always into New York City architecture, especially from the early teens to throughout the 20s and 30s with the Art Deco. And you got a lot of those gargoyles all over the cornerstones, and it's just everybody else is looking at who's walking down the street. I got my head up looking at the buildings and appreciating all the lines and the history, and you try to think back. What I was saying, the photography side of stained glass, it means a lot. You want to kind of get the message out, what you're trying to do. or how you're trying to present it. And she did good with the cactus in the window and the very subtle lighting. It was beautiful. So, I guess I can have an opinion on that. Let's see. Yeah, Julie she got the Hako. And Alicia is excited about trying her new Schnitties. Let's see, I'm checking my time. Alright, looking good. If I stop breaking up and sounding like a gargoyle myself, or I say, when the Klingons do the gargle box, let me know. That's so embarrassing. Alright. Yeah, bowl. I'll tell you, German, the engineering, what the Germans do as far as making tools, cars, rockets, whatever they do, they just seem to really excel in it. And this Boll company in Germany, there's no exception here. It's very well made. They have, I remember I spoke to a friend of mine last night. We were talking about the old Dymanter glass cutters, and I said how well they were made. And they were made in Germany. And I had a pair of German pattern shears that were they just made incredibly well. And right out of the gate, I'd say, any Boll product, Silberschnitz, whether it's the breaker runners or their glass cutters, you could expect the best quality. And hands down, it's not made in India. I'm not putting the Indians down, but it's German made. It's the best quality. And good luck with them. A lot of people love the Schnitties, Alicia. I hope you had a great holiday. And Jeannie, she got Beetle Bits. Yay! Beetle Bits. Yeah, everybody loves their Beetle Bits. And I hope you had a great holiday, Jeannie. Let me know how you made out with those products. The edges and the waffles and the cutters and this and that. And have a happy new year. Renee. It's just a little confused with what I'm looking at here. It looks like a polishing wheel, a high speed. What is it? I don't know, what does it say on it? Dremel? Is that Dremel? Yeah, it looks like it could be a grinding wheel. You could set it up as a polishing wheel. You could use it for making bevels. But I know they use a disc, what I call a Laparty disc, for bevels and water. I don't see a water reservoir. But, if you're going to dry grind any glass, and I mentioned this earlier, make sure you use some sort of respirator. The glass dust is not something to mess with. It's one of those things, the silica gets embedded in your lungs and just does not come out. It may come out somewhat, but for the most part, the fibers are so fine, it becomes embedded deep into your lungs. So make sure you wear a respirator of some sort, or have an exhaust, something. You don't want to breathe that. Oh, and Merry Christmas, Renee. And Wendy, her sweet hubby got the Beetle Bits complete cutting system. I have to check it out. I'm sorry, I don't really get to really examine these things, but a lot of people tend to love the Beetle Bits, and ease of use, and the way allows you to cut certain things, and the whole system. You want to find patterns with a lot of straight lines. Hey, you know what? Hit me up a message after the video. I got one. I got some Frank Lloyd Wright stuff that you'd love. with the chevrons and all straight pieces. I don't think there's a curve in it. That would be perfect for that. Hope you had a great holiday, Wendy. And Sarah, she got schnitties too. There you go, from my son. Good son, good son. You did good. Yeah, mom's happy. And, well, if she hasn't used them yet, she will be happy. People love their schnitties. Hope you had a great holiday, Sarah. That's my daughter's name, Sarah. And Happy New Year. And Barbara had some unfinished glass in this. Oh yeah, that's what I said, one piece at a time. Don't look at the shed as a big mess. Ignore all the mess. Just go right in the corner and work around. It's like, before you know it, you're going to have all that room back. And say, where did all this room come from? And, the shed doesn't have to be gigantic, just enough room to work safely. And good luck with it. This is that New Year's resolution post. And New Year's resolution is to get out to the shed and start straightening it up. It would go quicker than you think. And, when you end up with all that finished, the room to do your unfinished glass, you're going to be glad you did. And hope you had a great holiday, Barbara. And Happy New Year. And Sharon got gift certificates too. From the stained glass store. It's okay. You know what? People say, no, it's stained with the ED. My father and my uncle used to call it stained glass, just like this, for years and years and years. And they did stained glass for years and years and years and years. So, I don't know. Maybe my dad and my uncle were ignorant. I don't know. But yeah, you call it stained glass? I know what you're talking about. No, if that was a typo, it's not. It can be written out like this too. I think they even had it on the truck, on the side of the truck. I hope your holidays were nice, Sharon, and I wish you the best New Year ahead, 2026. And Renee, $500, just have at it. Let me loose in a glass shop, in a glass store. No one local. Oh, no one has wispy designs. Oh, well, you know what? If you could talk to any retailer, and there's quite a few, and I don't have any sponsors on my channel, but if I did, one of them, well, there would actually be a handful, but one is Ed Hoy in Chicago. Just tell them you want something with a nice variegated color range of wispy glass. They'll set you right up. That goes for Ed Hoy. I can't name it a lot, but Ed Hoy was my go-to place. I was never disappointed. I also worked a lot with Sunshine up in Buffalo, and they are very helpful. They'll find what you need. The folks there, are very, dedicated. I say dedicated, and they've been around for a long time. Rainbow, New Jersey, just to name a few. Franklin, you got Southwest Art Glass. Anywhere where you are located, there is a large distributor willing and able to help you with wispy glass. You could trust me on that. And it doesn't have to all be Spectrum glass. It could be, there's a lot of beautiful Wismac that's wispy. The only problem with Wismac, they tend to be a little short on true color. And I don't want to go into depth about that, but if you're going to compare a Wismac to a Kokomo, Kokomo, hands down, 10 to 1, is a much more appealing color range, especially with the 2 and 3 color blends. Wismac is great for commercial work, lamps and windows. They have a nice variety of glass to use, and a lot of it is worthy and usable. I use quite a bit of Wismac in my time, and but if you really want to step beyond just, I hate to say it's average glass. It's not average. They have so much. Wismac is really a good glass company. They've been around forever. But if you're really going to start getting serious with your glass, if you haven't done already, start looking more into Kokomo and the Yokoganis, and just to get a little more of a true color blend. I would say instead of a soft color, it's a hard color. I put perspective on it. So, I could say, 10 nice things about Kokomo glass, 10 nice things about Wismac, 10 nice things about Spectrum. But if you're looking for wispy glass, don't limit yourself to one manufacturer. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Wismac does make a lot of beautiful glass, 2 color, 3 color blends. But in my opinion, and I'm being very honest here, nobody tops what Kokomo does. There's a reason why Kokomo's been around for so long, and why Tiffany Studios back in the day used a lot of Kokomo glass. It's a matter of just the overall hues and the appeal, the visual appeal of Kokomo glass. Consider it. All right. And if Wismac, if you're listening, I'm not putting you down. You got great glass. Trust me. I use tons of it. I mean, your 58G, your ambers and your autumn blazers, they're called the red, the orange with the green in it, and many other colors. Your greens are really nice stuff. Really nice stuff. And your whole line of the Veglers and the English muffles and all that. Great glass company. And but just to be fair, I have to say Kokomo is my favorite. I'm just being honest. And anyway, back to the post. So I go off on these tangents. Somebody stop me. JK, I hope you had a great holiday. And Renee, I don't know if I mentioned that to you too. I hope you had a great holiday. And Kayla, got some pretty glass. Let's see Kayla's glass. Yeah. This is I'm not sure. It could be an Oceana. This all can be. It's very wispy. And speaking of wispy glass, here's your wispy glass. Now this is a true blue, which is nice. This is a nice olivey, medium green, and then you have the the rose and the plum with different opacities. This really makes wispy glass probably the most favorite used for stained glass. And the only other option is to get wispy glass with a texture in it, and that adds that little extra. It's very nice. You got pretty glass. Good for you, Kayla. Hope you put it to good use, and I hope you had a great holiday. Already made it. Oh yeah, we looked at this yesterday with the bevels. Yeah, I don't know if this is a bevel kit. I'm sure it is. GMT bevels are one of them. They have the pre-made bevel kits. Unless you did it yourself, Artie. Hats off. You could have. I don't know. Some people actually make their own bevels. And using the real seashells embedded in this glass piece puts it over that edge. I don't mind using, even though you get the color through these shells, I don't mind using darker areas for highlights. And you knocked it out of the park with this. the scallops and the clams. You know, I was a commercial clammer for many years, and just looking at this clam, you see this white line here. That used to be the edge of the clam. You know, when it was smaller, and when it has a white line like that, that means that it was a really good year for growth. The clams are very healthy that year, you know, due to a high oxygen level in the water, and it's really spurred their growth for that season. So every year that this clam is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. This clam, or thereabouts. I'd say between 7 and 8 years old. Yeah, you guys didn't know that. I was a commercial lobsterman too. But yeah, scallops and clams. So this I have a little bit of unfair affection toward this for the clams. And Artie, thanks for sharing. I really like your work. Did a good job. Hope you had a great holiday. And Sarah, Santa brought her a glass grinder. Alright. And this one, the Superstar. I am bad with I know the Superstar is another brand. It's not, I don't think it's not an Inland, it's one of them. But I used to know when I was in the business doing this stuff. But yeah, it's a very good brand. I forget. I apologize. But yeah, good Santa. You've got Sarah a glass grinder. Yeah, put it to good use, Sarah. And Merry Christmas. And Lacey, she was her own Santa. She did a really nice job. And what set this one apart from me, Lacey used a very bold orange with that lavender. And in my opinion, when you go bold, it really puts things in a different perspective. And I like it just for that. I like the shadowing effect with the colors you used. And the fact you didn't hold back and you went and you did the orange and purple thing. Very good job. I like it a lot. I hope you had a great holiday, Lacey. And Happy New Year. And Janice, let's see, she got, oh yeah, the Tiffany calendar. Look at that. You never go out of style, right? It's, so there's a description of what window this is and where it's located. You know, 2026. Yeah, if Charles knew that 120 years later his windows are showing up in calendars, I think he might be impressed. Yeah, he should be. I mean, the work from Tiffany Studios was really amazing. And yeah, I would hang that calendar up. Good job. And happy holidays, Janice. Thanks for sharing. I have to look at that, see if I can get one for myself. They're always nice to look at. And I made a lot to give as gifts. Oh yeah, Jerry, I saw this yesterday. I was so impressed with your use of color. This is out of the box. It's not the standard green, green, red, red, blue, blue. You're using the secondary and primary, secondary off primaries. You know, the teals and the, you know, the iridides and the peachy plum, peachy fleshy tones, and this looks like a Wismac. This is a Wismac wispy with the purple, greens, and golds and the three-color blend. And it's maybe iridized. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I saw this, I was like, oh, there you go. And you again, you did the photo elements here. Everything is, you took the photos in a very great, a a good setting that was great way to accentuate your pieces. Good job. Uh, it's got the eye appeal alone just by browsing, this post. I hope you had a great holiday and beautiful gifts. Thank you for sharing. And Kathy, I mentioned it yesterday, but the video's gone. But I'll do it again. Kathy got this as a second-hand shed, actually. She bought it marketplace. I don't know where she got it. She could have got it on Tractor Supply billboard. I don't know. But her husband, he's got an eye for refurbishing. He's a great carpenter. They re-sided it, put a new roof on it, had it towed here. It looked ratty. He threw windows in it, brand new windows. This thing is loaded up with every glass tool you can imagine, from kilns to grinding machines and the cutting. She's got what are those white Wazer cutters. This, folks, this is where the barbershop globes are made. And Kathy is the globe lady. She makes those beautiful barbershop globes. They were made many years ago. She's since opened that book up again and is making these globes and doing custom, words, writing on it, and she's really a gift. And Kathy, she could have fit right in with the Tiffany ladies back in the day. She's really good at what she does. And she loves glass. And that's the thing. The foundation for this craft is you got to love it. It's hard to say you don't, but how can you not love glass? I like it a lot. But Kathy, finally got her she shed, and it's all finished. Merry Christmas, Kathy. And to all the minions. I hope you have a great new year. And Mary, she found an old Taurus too on eBay that looked new. Yeah. Sometimes you get the good deals on eBay too. It's not exclusive to Marketplace. I actually found a trick. Not a trick. What you do is you watch an item and you wait till like the last 5 minutes for auction with no reserve, and you put your bid down 5 minutes before it ends. There's a good chance you'll win and get stuff pretty cheap. And it is what it is. And people really just want to, they put it on eBay. They don't want it anymore. They want to make money off it, but they want to see it go to a good home too. Mary, good for you, and I'm sure you got a good deal. I hope you had a great holiday, and have yourself a happy new year. And Maxine, China made, painted nose, it was made in China. I don't know. I'm a bit confused. It looks cute. Speaking of Jerry Garcia, right? That's what it reminds me of. Jerry Garcia, you could say that's a Jerry Garcia gnome. It has all the elements, the retro colors, and it's very nice. And China made. I'm still confused about the post, but Maxine, I hope you have a great holiday. Had a great holiday. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm gonna sing a song. Have a happy. He's cute. He's actually pretty cute. Oh, we gotta check the chat again. See if I'm getting in trouble. Smitty's a great tool. Yeah. Lynn says, you sound great. Well, thank you. And I love Yokogani. Yes. Lynn, Yokogani, it's in my top list. I'm very fond of Yokogani. If you look at the Tiffany lamp in my open, I'll go to it. that background is all Yokogaini on the top. And Wheaton Craft, the diamonds are Wheaton Craft, and I believe that's a Kokomo Ripple in the border. Yeah, uh, Yokogaini, they make some really nice glass. Yeah, their ring models, especially, and their restoration glass. They actually give it the tag name RG. They do a lot of Tiffany restoration glass, and yeah, they're set apart, and they've actually they've risen above the crowd when it comes to serious modeled glass that has nice color blending and all. I mean, I like bullseye glass. The bullseye again is I say mediocre, but it's your average modeled glass. It has its own place, especially for fusing and this and that. But Yokogaini, and back in the day they had the merry-go-round glass and the old Ouroboros glass. And but Yokogaini, they've been around for a while now, and it just seems like every time you turn around, they come up with some new stuff. And I don't know if they're part of Chicago Art Glass, or if they've, adopted some of their formulas. I don't know. But that's another one, Chicago Art Glass. And then that falls into the same line of the Armstrong glass. From, and Armstrong is actually back in business. So look forward to a lot more coming from Georgia and Armstrong. I believe that's where they are, Alabama, somewhere in the South. And you're talking about reading The Age of a Clam. I'm not kidding. Those rings are like rings of a tree. And the white rings. You see when we clam, most of the clams have that white lip on the edge. And when you see the white lip, it's a really good growing clam. It's from clean water. It's a healthy clam. And if they actually break when I'm pulling them up, and they break here and there, I get out my knife and I eat them right on the spot. No waste. And boy, they're delicious. And yeah, you see those white lines. That means that year it was a very good year for the what do you call it? Aeration of the water. Where the waves, there was a lot of waves, and there was a low level of the brown and green tides and algae in the water, so they were healthy. And that's what that white line, so it's telling you, if you see it back, say 2 lines back, like, 2 years ago, that's when we had a lot of northwest wind, a lot of, aeration going on. And the age of a clam, that's what, every year it grows another ring. Dream Studio, Kathy has it all. Yeah, you know what, if I ever got a chance to head down to the bayou, go see some Cajun folk, I would definitely stop by and say hello. I mean, I adore those guys. I mean, like I don't know what it is. It must be the music and the food. I don't know, but yeah, Kathy, she's 100% Louisiana Cajun girl. I say that with a lot of affection. I adore the people from the deep south, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, all of the above. It's just I live in North Carolina, and I adore the simple life in North Carolina. The people call them rednecks. The hillbillies and the mountains and the rednecks, but it's just a simple life. It takes away, it numbs down that rat race mentality of the north, the metropolitan areas. And I've come to really enjoy being in the south. But I have been through Louisiana, Mississippi. I never really spent any good time there. I love to go to a crawfish, a crawdad boil real Louisiana crawdad or Mississippi crawdad. Boil. I mean, I would love to. You see that big guy on the Swamp People, making he makes the Little Debbie's Christmas cakes, and he makes like a thing you take, those vanilla wafers, the vanilla wafers, and they use the Christmas tree as a dip. I saw that video, I go, that's perfect. And then he'll cook up 150 pounds of crawfish, Yeah, you got the Armstrong glass? And you Texas girl, you don't mess with a Texas girl. They're a rough crowd, let me tell you. I'm not gonna say her name, but she got shot once. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but she just, I got shot. I was like, oh jeez. Like, oh, and, really, Texas, all that country, you got to be tough, right, Nancy? And Lynn's got Armstrong glass. Oh, Lynn's a New York City girl. Yeah. You know what? I'm from New York. I know the city, and there are really good people in New York City. But there's some really nasty, trendy people that are just rude. I had to say it, they're just rude. And it's just a thing. It's a survival thing to be in New York. And I lived on Long Island for 40 years. I know all about New York. And actually, I'd rather go to New York City. I'd rather go to Staten Island. Parts of Brooklyn. People a lot more friendlier than Long Island. Long Island, I'm not putting down all Long Islanders, but there's a lot of this self-preservation, and it comes off as being rude, actually. Like they ignore you, and they bump their carts into you at the supermarket. Don't say excuse me. In the South, you go to food store, you better have 10 minutes to talk to the lady, behind the counter. Nancy loves Facebook. All right, Kathy. Yeah, Kathy, she is. Yeah, Kathy's she's very nice. I really admire her. For her skills and her love of the craft. And I've had a lot of conversations with her. A very sweet person. All right, back to the post. Here we go. And all right, Lauren. Sorry, Lauren. We're going on 2 hours. Oh boy, she got the grinder too. Let us all know how you like it, Lauren. I heard a lot of good things about these Technoglass grinders, but as I said earlier, they have to meet one criteria with me. They gotta have the 10-year test. Once you got it for 10 years, and if it's running strong, no issues, then we could put a seal of approval on it. That's why I stand firm with the Inland grinders. Inland Craft. They're whizzing. These things just run and run and run and run, and they're workhorses, and they're built like tanks. So, anyway, good luck with the grinder too, Lauren. Merry Christmas. Have a great New Year. And Corrine, Santa brought some glass. Good for you, Corrine. I heard he had a few racks with him. The magical glass racks that just never end. And they slip right down the chimney. It's amazing. Well, he gets it done. I hope you had a great Christmas. And go cut some glass. Thanks for sharing. And Rex gifted some. Yeah, you know what, Rex? I'm kind of like you. My son, I mean, I would say bless his heart. He saw this thing. It's fake. It's glass, but it's got like epoxy on it, and it says the lake house on it. It's really pretty. It's actually really pretty. And he bought it for me from Hobby Lobby. I go, all right, Ryan, that's so sweet of you. But yeah, he thought about me. So I did. I got stained glass for Christmas. And my other son got me a bunch of coins to look at because of my coin collecting hobby. And it's pretty uneventful. And my cat finally let me pet her. That was my Christmas present. My cat, she's a feral. It's adopted and raised in a home, but she was born in the wild. But they never leave it. It never leaves them for some crazy reason. And she doesn't let me pick her up. I can't pick her up. She'll just claw me to death. But I love her. She's my cat. Brenda made these for friends. Well, I'm sure your friends love them, Brenda. Christmas trees and ornaments. That's really the symbol of Christmas, right? Candy canes and ornaments and Christmas trees. Very good. Hope you had a great holiday, Brenda. Thanks for sharing. Oh, someone spent too much. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even mention Fremont with my glass tirade. But yeah, these hand-blown glass, Fremont makes, and you have other European hand-blown glass manufacturers. I know Fremont, this stuff, it didn't come through a machine like that. And hand-blown has its own process of how it's made. The folks at Fremont, they put a lot of artistry into this piece of glass. This is a well-crafted artwork of glass, of molten glass. So good luck with that, Nicole. And being they used the hot colors, there's no doubt in my mind that this glass was very expensive. I hope you use it to, use it well. I'm sure you will. And I hope you had a great holiday. And thanks for sharing. And Ryan got a gift card from the Vinery. Yeah, I believe they're from Canada. I'm pretty sure, actually. And yeah, gift cards are the best, Ryan. I hope you had a great holiday and go visit the Vinery. Go get some stuff. Cindy, she did, I called it the Angel Parade. I'm just going to peek at that again. But yeah, this brought, really the attention brought here was the use of these bling elements. And I say that affectionately. I'm not against bling, but you did all the decorative edging, the solder. You got these embellishments, you got the wires, the color alone. I mean, it's just got Christmas bling all over it. And I say that with affection. You'd say some people get too blingy. They got rhinestones all over stuff. But this is beautiful. Good job, Cindy. And thanks for sharing. I hope you had a great holiday. And Kitty with a deco. Yeah, I saw this. I was like, oh wow, look at that. And first thing in my mind was my daughter. She loves Art Deco, and she would say, "Hey, Dad, make me one of the." She would love this. I got her a little Art Deco clock. It's like a newly made antique. Art Deco with the chevrons and the curved edges. It's almost like a jukebox top. And this is perfect. You got the extended lines, the horizontals, and the curves, with the variegated heights and the chevrons. This is Deco 101, and you did a great job, even with the colors. Good job, Kitty. And Merry Christmas. And look at Melinda. She's trying to outdo Kathy. I don't know, Kathy. She's dead. Look at this shed. The she shed. Jeez, that could be a 3-car garage. I mean, I'm telling you. Saw this yesterday. He had a big headers, and this looks like an 8-foot garage door. Actually, probably is. Could be a double slider, 6-foot slider. Maybe that's what she's planning on doing. But good job. And I mean, look at this thing. I was guessing the size. I said we got 8-foot board here. 8, 16, 24, 22. 8, 6. That looks like it could be 16 by 20-ish. 16 by 24. What a workshop. What a she shed. Really good job. You should be very proud of your husband. He really did it. He did it. Good luck with your new shed. And thanks for sharing. And I hope you had a great holiday, Melinda. And Skylar says, it's starting out storage racks from the fiance. We're shopping for glass tomorrow. Okay. Alright. Alright. Well then, you know what? You have the ambition, you got the fiance, you got your storage racks, you got all the above. Time to make some glass. Skylar. And, you know, congratulations with all your stuff. And wish you a happy new year. I hope you had a great holiday. And Melissa. Oh, this is when my voice started turning into Darth Vader and the Klingons. When I was looking at this yesterday. I hope I'm not doing the same thing. Let's see. Kathy Welton. Yeah, Kathy, I'm looking at your stuff here. Yeah, Lynn. Yeah, Staten Island. You're the same Lynn, right? The one where I can't get a book to you. Your handle here threw me off. Brooklyn South. Are you over by? Actually, Brooklyn South. You take the Cross Bay down to what is that? Where the big good pizza is. I think a Hobart Beach. That's not Hobart. By the airport, and you go into Brooklyn. Go to Breezy Point. That direction. That's like south of Brooklyn, and you look at the city from Breezy Point. It's like it looks like a different world. And yeah, those areas and Cross Bay Boulevard, Cross Bay Boulevard begins with an H. Oh, jeez, I haven't been gone that long, but mostly Italians, and they got the best pizza. If you're ever in Staten Island or Brooklyn, South Brooklyn, head on over Cross Bay Boulevard and go into recent lead. Oh, that's the lead repair one. That's right. I got you confused. Yeah, now I know. Sorry, Lynn. Yeah, you did a great job with that repair. Kudos. Yeah, I didn't know you in Staten Island. I like Staten Island too. There's a lot of people like me there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a racial thing. There's a lot of people who think like me. Yeah, and they got good pizza too. In Staten Island. I did a lot of work in Staten Island. And I'll think of that town in Brooklyn. Actually, it's like an area. Yeah. Yeah, you're in New York. There's no there's no shortage of good places to get glass supplies and to actually see stuff going on. My grandfather, he actually started stained glass when he was 15 years old, and he wanted to work at Tiffany at first, but you have to be 18 to be an employee at Tiffany. So at 15, he worked for a company in Brooklyn, and the name escapes me right now. But that's where it actually started. And it's a German-owned glass company. Did a lot of that old painted work that your repair was done. Done with the old style painted work, and that's where he also learned. John Lafarge was a frequent visitor, I would say, to that place in Brooklyn and Tiffany Studios. It was the early days of my grandfather. So, and it still is today. Unfortunately, a lot of places, disappeared. I remember in, let's say, Lyndhurst, Lyndhurst, not Lindenhurst, but the other one. I'm in a brain fog today. This big stained glass shop, and you got New York City with Houston Street and Benheim. Benheim's been around forever, and many others. Yeah, it's the hub, and I'm sure you've been to Corona. The location of the original Tiffany Studios is now a high school called Tiffany High School, and it takes up the whole block actually. And across the street was the furnaces, Tiffany Furnaces, and the building, the building for the actual the high school there. And I'm sure they added to it, but that was the Tiffany factory where they made the metals and they did a lot. They actually made a lot of furniture, and since it's gone, but they were right by calling it the Tiffany High School. You have to pack a lunch to get glass. Oh, well, I don't know if Texas has quite a bit of glass too. Houston stained glass was the big place years ago. Oh, I gotta get back to this post. Melissa Caraco, no last names, Gary. Melissa, she made this beautiful piece of a dog. I'm gonna say it's a basset hound. I could be wrong. My apologies if I'm wrong, but you really nailed it. I mean, look at just the lines. You didn't go crazy with too many defining lines, that overweight everything, but you did just enough. Especially with the little ripple in the eyebrow and this and the little tuck in the nose, and you just really did a nice job. And I just wanted to tell you that. I was really amazed to see this. You did a really nice job, and good luck with it. I mean, you have a future in making pet portraits and memorials, and rightfully so. Yeah, I love it too, Melissa, and thanks for sharing. I hope you had a great holiday. And Angie got a brand new Inland Wizard electric grinder. I used one I bought years ago. Yeah, this Wizard grinders, Inlands. Yeah, it's gonna outlast you. I know that they are tanks, and it's a workhorse. And hey, good luck with it. Inland Craft is a great company. They make a great product, and they deserve the recognition. And I don't even know how many Wizards and Whizzlings and Whiz Twos and all the grind. They probably sold hundreds of thousands of them. So I don't know the number, but they've been around making these grinders, and they know what they're doing. So Angie, congratulations on your new grinder. I hope you had a great holiday. I try to sound nice to everybody. I try. But I mean it. Good luck with your grinder. Have a happy holiday. All right. I had a problem yesterday with that. I didn't get anything Advent. All right. So you made these Advent items. Very nice. Well done. Very symbolic Christmas poinsettia. You got the North Star. You got another star. Christmas trees. And a fancy lace ribbon. Very well done. And the decorative soldering. Advent. For an Advent event. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm sure they loved them. They look great. It almost looks like a red Florentine glass right here. On those, can't see my mouse, but on, I guess the wisteria. It looks like a Florentine. I could be wrong. But nice job. Looks good. I hope you had a great holiday. And thanks for sharing. And another giver. We love the givers, so. Yep, you have the snowflake 6-panel starburst. And, you know, it could be a snowflake. Could be, you know, it's six pointed. And you use iridized glass and the traditional green and red. Some kind of textured clear, and it looks like a red iridized. Very nice. Very well done. Yeah, I'm sure that the people who received them loved them too. I hope you had a great holiday. So, and April got a new book, Secrets of Santa's. I'd have to look that one up. Oh, Secrets of Santa. Secrets of Stained Glass by William. If that book's been around, I like to see more about it, April. But good luck with it. I hope you make some nice things. And I hope you had a great holiday. Thanks for sharing. And Janice made this for her daughter. And she had a 40-year break. What brought you back into this crazy world of stained glass, Janice? I'm glad you did come back, because this is really nice. Your daughter's going to love it. You know, this is from Mom. And if she's the reason why you came back into stained glass, well, that gives it more the reason why she's going to love it. Oh, the third project. Well, good for you. You know, keep going with the glass. It's actually therapeutic. A lot of folks will tell you that. And, you know, when you see people's faces light up when you gift it like that, it just makes it all that much worth it. And I hope you had a great holiday, Janice. And have a Happy New Year. And a Happy New Year. All right, Linda, I got a light table and a table for them. Saving up Christmas cards for cutter's mate and a ring set. There you go. Yeah, you know what, Linda? You know, you're amongst, I like to call it the new 2020 stained glass boom. Something happened in 2020 that stained glass just took off. Everybody and their mother, brother, sister, cousin, aunt is doing stained glass now. And, you know, you got a table foiler, light table, you're on your way to doing a lot more. And good luck with it. I mean, I'd love to see some of the things you make, Linda. I hope you had a great holiday. Patricia, yeah, that's true about the stained glass. I mean, the surging of interest is just amazing. I've seen it. There was lulls, a lot of lulls over the years, highs and lows and this and that. But last 3 years, 5 years, right? 6 years. It's just went crazy. I don't know. And it's not a fad. Patricia Runyon, last name guy. Patricia, 2 rolls of Copwell, 2 rolls of 60/40, and a gift card to Stained Glass Express. Good for you. Stained Glass Express, their name's been in the business for a very long time. I'm sure they appreciate the shout out. And I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And 60-40 something. Yeah, you did good. Debbie, does it count if I went to some pound that sells glass if you went over? No, yeah, sure, it counts. You know what? You gifted yourself. You were your own Santa. You know, you just don't do those kind of things, drinking heavy for the holidays. You know, putting it all on the charge card. Just kidding. Yeah, but yeah, that's fine, Debbie. You know, I'm sure you're gonna be gifting things you make. So you know, don't feel good. Don't say, you know what? I'm gonna buy this. I need to give myself a Christmas thing. I'm gonna buy myself my own Christmas. Yeah, you're probably gonna give it back to somebody else. I'm sure, in a finished stained glass piece. I hope you had a great holiday, Debbie. And Martin, look at you. You know what? I'll tell you. There's a part of me, something about using these snowshoes as frames for glass. Just something about it. It's like, you know, the wild Eskimo, you know, thing in wild Eskimo, but just the handmade aspect of a snowshoe, you know, and you know, it's just, it goes so well, and you did you know, all your items here. I recognize this. This is the fat bottom girls with the drinks in a sunset, whatever. Very cute. Yeah, and the stained glass elf. And then you made some lanterns. Very good. Yeah, go take a day off, Martin. You deserve it. And Happy New Year. Hope you had a great holiday. Chris got a router. Gonna make some bases. There you go. And make some frames and make some bookends. It doesn't stop there with bases. Yeah, but you know, I made a prairie style Frank Lloyd Wright wood base for my Frank Lloyd Wright table lamp. And I didn't know what I was doing, but it came out really nice. And it sold very quick. But yeah, you can make some really nice modern day Art Deco Frank Lloyd Wright style bases. You know, prairie. You know, just wood. And you know, good luck with your router. And Merry Christmas, Chris. Kirkbridge. I got new blades taped. Kirkbridge cottage. Sponges, parts of me and myself. Yep, there you go. Give them the list. Put it right down there on the coffee table. Put it on the kitchen table. In the underwear drawer, right? That works. I hope you had a great holiday. Kirkbridge Cottage. And a Happy New Year. And Deborah has everything. You know what? You don't have everything, Deborah. There's something else you need. Don't know what it is, but I'm sure there's something out there you can use. But yeah, you're going to use it to make things and gift. That's the whole spirit of giving. Thanks for sharing. And I hope you had a great holiday. And also have a very happy New Year. And Ariana, she got a whole kit from Delphi. And because her husband said, you know what? All your stuff you use, it's all old. It's worn out. Half of it's broken. So he's like, you know what? You can't use that. He got you a Delphi kit. And good for you. I'm sure there's all new tools. You're going to love it. And your husband's going to love seeing you using them. You know, a lot of you ladies don't understand the joy the husbands get seeing their wives use tools. You don't get it. But it's real. Just kidding. He's probably very satisfied and, making you happy like that. I hope you had a great holiday and a happy new year. Linda got the circle cutter because the silver snitties were sold out. That's okay, Linda. They're going to be available again. And everybody can use the circle cutter. They really do come in handy. It may force you to look into making things with a lot of circles in it. That's not a bad thing. It's just something about, I remember I never took art classes or anything like that. Everything just kind of was natural with me. Well, I grew up in a stained glass shop, basically, my family. And I was around art all the time. But I learned early on, maybe in an art class from, elementary school, that circles and squares or points and curves are great elements that accentuate each other. It's like, if everything's curved, okay. So if you got curves and points, that's what you want. And it's just it's a natural balance of design. So use that as an asset, your circle cutter. Look at old Frank Lloyd Wright with all the circles and then the straight lines and the points and the curves. And that just brings all that, what I just said, to light. Okay? Yeah, good luck. You'll get your silver schnitz. And I hope you had a great, and your grandson, that's sweet. He got grandma something nice. Hope you had a great holiday. And have yourself a happy new year. And Gloria has got everybody jealous. She got herself a hot shot kiln. Yeah, look at you. One thing that, I don't know why kilns got so expensive. They were $300-400 for a decent, 14-inch octagon. Maybe $500. Not too long ago. The even heats and the other kills they had. And I got rid of one because the neighbor's kid came over and lifted up the cover on it. I was like, oh no, don't go in there because the kiln was still warm. And he dropped it from the standing point. He wanted to see what I'm baking, cookies or whatever. And he dropped it, and the cover of the kiln just smashed down and destroyed the top, where all the heating elements go. And I got some repair and the cement, and I fixed it. But I was like, it's kind of like a setback. I had a new one. I had a new kiln. Now it's not new. But it didn't really bug me out. It worked fine. But I ended up just almost giving that thing. I think I sold it for $100. Somebody called me up. Yeah, you want one? Yeah, I got $100. And I shouldn't, because to replace it, it's probably $800 now. And it had the Ramp Master, all the goodies on it. But anyway, Georgia, good luck with your new kiln. And I hope you had a great holiday. And a happy new year. And Megan, she got a hand massager. Well, it all starts to make sense to me because working with stained glass, you're really putting your hands through a lot of abuse with the carpal tunnel and the pressing your fingers and holding the glass cutter, and it's though it's not a strenuous craft, where it's gonna take a lot of hand strength and all that, but it can get it could fatigue your joints, and especially if you have any kind of arthritis. You folks on the video know what I'm talking about. Yet arthritis is not fun, and on days it's raining it flares up. So a hand massage, get the blood pumping to your knuckles and all that. It's probably a really good thing to have. doing this, stained glass, and looks kind of cool. Thanks for sharing, Megan. I appreciate that. I hope you had a great holiday. Let's see. And let's see. Sherry got gift cards from Rayers Barnes and Wichita, Kansas. Best stained glass gift cards. Beautiful glass. Worked with shop and glass. You're allowed to promote them. You could put a link to them. If you want to later on, be my guest. This a public forum. I believe in not spamming, but if you want to promote somebody, please do. And I fully endorse that 100%. Whether it's a Facebook page they run, or a retail shop or establishment, put the link. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't know if you intended to or not, but this looks like a pump thing. That's fine. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. But Sherry, I hope you gift cards from Rayers Beardens comes in handy for your future glass projects. And I hope you had a great holiday. Thanks for sharing. And hubby got some vintage glass and schnitties. Hubby did good. This looks like older Spectrum glass and a whole mix of Kokomo, Wismac, and yeah, you're gonna love your schnitties, Tanya. And I hope your hubby did good. Give him a pat on the back. Give him a kiss. And he did good, hubby. And get on to cutting some glass. I'd like to see what you make. And I hope you had a great holiday. Terry got a new soldering mats and a KQZ smoke absorber. I've never seen a soldering mat. I'd love to see what you got. Most people take the easy way out and use the Homer soap boards and use the tabletops and plywood workbench. A soldering mat, I'm a little intrigued about that. I never really seen one. And if you got any pictures, I'd love to see what you got, Terry. Yeah, it sounds good. The smoke absorbers are important. Any kind of evacuation system is important for what we do. I hope you had a great holiday. Mary. Baseball cards with the Pope on. And yeah, this is kind of funny. I don't know if the Pope plays baseball. I don't know. What's his average? What's his batting average? And which Pope is it? Interesting. Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, yeah, it sounds good. You got baseball cards with the Pope with stained glass. I like to see that. You take a picture of it and shoot it in the post. And I hope you had a Merry. I'm delirious. I hope you had a great holiday, Mary. And a Happy New Year. Alright, and Gene got new marking pens. Gotta have those pens, Gene. You trace cutters, you unite. And all the colors so you don't get lost. Good job. It's the Le Pen. I'm not familiar with them, but I'm sure you do know what you got. And good luck. They look like great stocking stuffers. I hope you had a great holiday. And we'll have a Happy New Year, Gene. Thanks for sharing. Margenia. She got a magnifoil. That's a magnifoil. I have heard of that. I think that's the new thing they make down at Creators. I could be wrong, but I've heard the name before. And you got some solder, black back copper foil, copper patina, and several sheets of glass. Yeah, Santa was good to you, Margenia. I hope I pronounced that right. It's a very pretty name, by the way. I hope you had a very happy Merry Christmas. Mary's got me stuck on not saying Merry. Hope you had a great holiday. And Happy New Year's. And Chris got the Cutter's Mate Mini. I didn't know they had a maxi. And it was from the Monkey. From my brother Guy. Yeah, I guess they have the regular Cutter's Mate, and then they have the Mini. Nice fireplace. Nice Santa. Oh, and you got lanterns there too. You got to fill them up with glass, Chris. Well, if there is glass in them, there might be. Merry Christmas, Chris. It's my son's name, Chris. I have a Chris. I hope you have a great New Year. And Brooke made this for her mom. I'm going to check in on the chat because I'm in the area of confusion. Your goal for 26 to make a spinner. I want to make some patriotic. I've got a patriotic spinner. Post each note. She posts each with numbers. Never had issue with River House. Cheaper than most. Okay, the Cutter's Mate saved me from shoulders back. Oh yeah. That Cutter's Mate, I gave one away. I tried it. I was like, wow, this thing works good. Okay, so I guess, well, you guys are going back and forth in the chat. That's fine. The painting I've done is with baking in my oven. River House in Wisconsin. Yeah, you know what? If you buy enough and it really cuts down on shipping costs, it's worth it. And if you're confident, with what they have and set you up with, the prices are fair. You could, get glass shipped from Oshkosh. I don't know, Oshkosh? It might be a glass company there. Yeah, I used to deal with Chicago and upstate New York. A lot of my glass. Yeah, but I would buy it by the case. I would say I need a case of this, case of that. And, shipping was never really a consideration. And sometimes it got a little pricey, but it wasn't, when you're spending, $4,000 or $5,000 in glass, to pay, freight, 120, 150, whatever. It was, it was absorbed kind of. But I'm in the live chat, guys. So if you're wondering where I went, I'm in the live chat. I'm going to go back to the post and try to get this wrapped up soon. But Brooke made a beautiful piece for her mom. Second bigger piece, pattern from Etsy. Very pretty. Everybody loves hummingbirds, especially moms. My mom was the hummingbird, what do they call it, whisperer. She loved her hummers. And they're a fun bird to watch. And dodge. I hope you had a great holiday, Brooke. And Barb made this for her daughter and family in an old joicing. It's going in a joicing. I guess the backsplash, I'm a little bit confused, but it's pretty. I like the eclectic color choice of colors, and the patchwork look. It makes that H stand out, believe it or not. It's all random colors going on. It looks really nice. It's very pretty. Your daughter, I'm sure she's gonna love it, or already does. I hope you had a great holiday, Barb. Thanks for sharing. And Lynn also got a cane bender. Good for you, Lynn. You're going to love your bender. It's a great tool. And I hope you too had a great holiday with your family. And wish you well in the new year. And Jen, your baby Franklin, I guess this is your puppy. It's cute. I'm going to say Chihuahua. those giant ears. I could, I got like echoes of the Fritos commercial. Franklin's adorable. Good job. Good workmanship, too. Jen, thanks for sharing, and I hope your holidays were great. Randy got some custom tags I think he made from his family. I forget. But, like, I think they were the North Carolina mountains. Yeah. Yeah, the Blue Ridge Mountains. Yeah, the, the Blue Ridge Parkway and the Smoky Mountains. Yeah, Ronnie Millsap, the great singer, country singer, came from the Smokies. He did the song Smoky Mountain Rain. So I think of Smoky Mountain. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna sing. Yeah, beautiful mountain range. Randy, I hope you had a great holiday. And thanks for sharing, and good luck with your new tags. They really look nice. And there's Randy again, kicking glass. And Randy got a buck. He's going to be kicking some glass. Get right to it. When people use a play on words like, "You'll be kicking some glass." I hope you had a great holiday. George, he's got the golfer and the flying. I'm not going to call it a pig. It was a hippo. Yep, the hippo with wings and a nice looking lamp with filigree. Unless it's painted, I apologize, but it looks like a nice filigree shade. And a gift or getting, either way, it's great items. And I mentioned the flying hippo and golf. Still trying to make the connection, George, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Hope you had a great holiday. And Lynn got the jig. She got the 3D printed jig to make those lilies. And everybody seems to love, and they actually look nice because they're three-dimensional and they got layover pieces on them and very pretty. And they're in the replies. I believe they're in there. I think they're in. There they go. Blow that up. With that jig, you could actually form this lip here, the drop down, and then as well do your layout for the soldering. It's a really nice product, and good luck with it, Lynn. I hope you had a great holiday. Little instructions here too. Yeah, everybody loves 3D, no doubt. Thomas Noon. I know that iron. I don't even have to click on it. That's the Hakko 601. I almost called it a 301. But I like your Ninja Power mixer right there. It makes perfect gravy. Whipped cream. Yeah, keep the iron. I'll take the Ninja. Just teasing. But yeah, good luck with your new iron, Thomas. You're going to like it. Everybody seems to like them. And hope you had a great holiday. And Patty got a new soldering iron. So clean and shiny. It's all, you know what? You could almost make a song with those lines. I got a new soldering iron, so clean and shiny. The song wouldn't be really like a nursery rhyme. Yeah, Patty, good luck with your new soldering iron. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And Lynn, so you got the table foiler and the grinder's mate. Perfect stocking stuffers. Good for you, Lynn. I hope you use those tools with many successful projects. Excuse me. And yeah, Merry Christmas. Cindy. Oh yeah, the racks. I've had the racks with the glass. But I mentioned yesterday, just make sure that these racks have a backing on it to keep them from doing the left and right thing. It's really important. You don't want to hear a big crash one day. So what was that? Ask me how I know. Yeah. Oh wait, is that still all right? Well, that's all. If Santa brought you all that glass, good for you. We got more. We have more of Cindy. She's showing the workshop. You know, I mentioned this has got to be the brightest glass studio I've ever seen. All these windows, all these the hi-hat lights and white walls and beautiful countertops. Everything's so well placed out. Makes you want to do glass just looking at it. And yeah, thanks for sharing, Cindy. I hope you had a great holiday. Good luck with your studio. It looks beautiful. And Bernie, a new grinder. Well, you got to go pick it up, Bernie. Good luck. Everybody, new grinders. I think I'd like to know how many people got a new grinder for Christmas. Quite a few. I hope your holidays were great, Bernie. At Chelsea, she got a starter kit too. And she's never done it before. Woohoo! Here we go. You're on. It's gonna. The addiction is gonna come in fast and furious. Trust me. I need to use line the glass and stick the side. Oh, there you go. You really are new. Gotta get some copper foil, Miss Chelsea. And good luck with your starter kit. Yeah, you're on a journey. You might have the foil in there. I would say you do. So I hope you had a great holiday. And good job, boyfriend. You did good. Yeah, Christine. This is a new work table. Oh, a bunch of cutters. A Thomas Super Grip, I think. A hand foiler. And looks like grinder bits. And a caddy for your foil. And a work table. Good job. You got that from your guy, huh? All right, good guy. You did good. You made Christine very happy. Hope you guys had a great holiday. And a happy new year. Yeah, Dee Dee got a circle cutter from Creators. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt they probably make square cutters. I don't know. But yeah, stick with them. They're very inventive over there at Creators. And good luck with your new cutter. And I hope your holidays were great, Dee Dee. And thanks for sharing. Let's see. Katie Mulkin. Oh, this is the video Katie sent. And this looks like Christmas morning. She's in her PJs. I'm saying maybe that should you're going out to town. But looks like your PJs. She's got a bunch of glass, iridized, pretty stuff. She looks happy. Look how happy she looks. Look at that teal green, iridized. Look at that. Yeah, don't cut yourself. Good job. Another green. Well, iridized. Yeah, you look like you did well. Oh, did I just shut this off? Oh, I did it again. Let's see. Let's go back. There we go. No, let's go back again. Oh, that's what happened when I open up the video. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, that's gonna mess me up. Let's see. Go back here. Let's go to history. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. I hate when I do that. Let's see, maybe I can grab it here. Somebody help me. I got stuck. Let's see. Oh, wait, here. Here? I found it. A little the heavy sweat going on there. Yeah, it's because I opened up the video and it pulled it in a new window. Let's make sure I'm in place here. Yeah, we're good. Phew, that was nerve-wracking. All right, Leander. She got a Silversmith glass cutter. You're gonna love it. It's nice, heavy-duty brass cutter. It's got the oil reservoir. The tip compresses, and the wheel on a Silversmith is second to none. It cuts like a dream. You're gonna love it. And I always say whenever I talk about Silversmith glass cutters, if you're a push cutter, when you push that cutter, make sure that that screw that's on the cutter head is facing upward. Reason why is because you have less chance of breaking the edge of the glass or chipping it when you go off it, especially if you use a waffle grid, even a tabletop. You want to make sure that screw is facing upward. And trust me on that. All right, and Leander, you're really gonna love your Silversmiths. I hope you had a great holiday, and thanks for the hugs and kisses. Got the Silversmith. Jackie got the pliers. Look at that. You guys can join, make a team here. A lot of people got Silversmith running pliers. I heard a lot of good things about them. Not so good, but mostly good. But good luck with them, Jackie. I hope you had a great holiday. Daisy got a Wizard grinder and soldering iron and some glass. Yahoo! Good for you, Daisy. You're gonna love your Wizard grinder. And it's the workhorse. I said before. These Wizard grinders, anything from Inland Craft, is worthy of a superior product. So good luck with it, and Merry Christmas. I think I'm coming to the end. Shelley. Yep, mine came earlier. Pattern cutter from your brother, from Guy. It's the small things. Yeah, Guy could be a sweetheart, but you know what? Watch out for him. Just kidding. His integrity and being a good guy, and just not just his name. He's good. He's actually got a good heart. He'll take care of you. And any problems with it, just call the monkey and he'll take care of it. Yeah, and I'm not saying that because he's my brother. It's true. He bends over backwards to make people happy. He really does. Except me. He makes me miserable. Just kidding, Guy. Good luck with your pattern cut. And by the way, if Creators is listening, send me one. And I'll give it a full review. I'll take it right out of the box and use it without any rehearsing. Get this video going. And I'm very honest and upfront about things. So you want a full review from and I can call myself a professional pattern cutter because I've been doing it for a very long time, and I would be the best person to test this for you. And if you want that, if you want to set it up, send it to me. You have my address, and we'll do a product review for that. I'm very intrigued with that item. it looks like it could work really well for you. It probably already does. So, yeah, hit me up. And Shelly, Merry Christmas. And I hope you have a Happy New Year. And a final post, actually the first one, Mary jumped right in. She bought herself a cutter's mate, but Santa said he's going to pay for it. Get that in writing, Mary. But Santa's a pretty honorable guy, He said he's going to pay for it. He's going to pay for it. Yeah. The cutter's mate, yeah, they're not cheap. And I hope you have a lot of success with it. It's going to get you through a lot of tough times with your glass cutting. I've used it, but I tried it. I had one, excuse me, given to me, and I was looking at it, and I tried it. I was like, oh, this thing works pretty good. It holds that wheel straight up and down. That handle on it is weighted. It's almost like you don't have to push down at all on it. It's got the swivel mechanism. You go around some really nice cuts with it. And yeah, and it lifts up and moves out of the way. And I've seen a video of somebody using it to draw cut as well. You don't have to push with it. You can pull it towards you because you got full view of what's going on. And at this point, being it's on an armature and weighted as it is, pushing or pulling, I would think pulling it, you'd probably be better off because you could see the wheel better. And similar to the way I cut glass. So if you're using any templates or Cricut machines with the stencils, yeah, pull that cutter's mate. Just follow it around and don't be afraid of using that swivel. And I'll tell you, it's going to turn you into an awesome glass cutter. You're going to get the best of two worlds. You're going to relieve a lot of hand pressure and issues with control, and you're also going to be pulling the glass cutter and doing it well. So, yeah, congratulations with your cutter's mate. And thanks for coming in and being the first to post to this. You're a very faithful follower, I'd say. You really do help me out a lot. You're always commenting in such a nice, generous way. I appreciate that. And I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And everybody that came in this post and shared their gifts, the giving, and what Santa brought, and gave me the opportunity to give a little feedback about the items. And you all know I'm a straight shooter. I'm not gonna try to make up stories about things and this and that and steer you in weird directions. I won't do that. And if I got something to throw my 2 cents in about your gift, or the place you got it, or the person you gave it to, or got it from, I will. Like the cute little kid that bought the glass from his mom. That still warms my heart. And yeah, all you, thanks for coming on board and posting to stained glass patterns. It's a great community. My Christmas gift, and honestly, what I get the most out of stained glass pattern, and there's really no money really. It's just an outlet for me to share my side stuff, my videos, my patterns, and it's not. But the big picture of the stained glass community and the it's like the camaraderie. People who love stained glass come together and they could share stories, reply to questions. It's such a great forum. And my gift, like I said, my gift was seeing that we broke 200,000 members. And that's not a small deal. I mean, 200,000 members in a group is a big deal. And I was really shocked to see that that number came this, like it did. And it happened right before Christmas, I think the day before. So that was my gift. And it was a gift from all of you. And I just want to say again, thank you, for everything, your support, and being a part of our community. I wish you all a very happy holiday and a safe new year. 2026 is going to be great for everybody. Take care, and thank you again for watching the video. We're going to end it with a little snowflakes. Let's see, we're going to make it snow. Here we go. It's snowing. What's a Christmas video without snow? And yeah, everybody have a safe New Year. Again, just stay at home if you can. And we'll see you on the next live. And again, if you're not a member, consider being a member and hit the thumbs up, the like and subscribe. That helps more than you know. Just the likes alone, a little thumbs up. It really does. It helps my channel quite a bit. And with that, we'll just go ahead and say goodbye for now, and we'll catch you on the next one.